This is Sims, and we are back with more of the Sims 4 House Rules, which is our Harry Potter Legacy Challenge. And it has been a long time since I've recorded, because I recorded everything up to the last part before Christmas. And it's now after Christmas. And yeah. So, I mean, it's been a long time for me recording. So, I have no idea what the hell happened. I have no idea what we were doing, so we'll figure it out. So just bear with me. This episode's going to be a little bit of a train wreck. I know that we were talking about the plot in the last couple of parts, like what we should do. So I definitely think we're going to keep it where I think Legend should go off and join this like vampire group, like whatever. Vampire circus performer, whatever the fuck it is, whatever. Because Minerva's totally into vampires. She's the vampire thing, like whatever. And he's like, they're gonna kind of, as friends, kind of maybe all split off when they go and get into their young adult, probably in their college. So we're obviously going to, between now when they're teenagers and then when in the young adult, we'll just pretend that they went off to college, blah, blah, blah. We'll just forget that life stage exists and pretend that, whatever. Or, we'll do like partway through her young adult life. We'll like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like suspension of disbelief, whatever. Anyway. And obviously Phoenix and Ronan are probably going to get married and whatnot. We should probably actually have like a wedding ceremony for them. I think that'd be cute when everyone first ages up to young adults. I'll go in, quickly propose, blah, 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 throw a wedding party, invite everybody. So that, like, of course, I don't know how, I won't be able to control. I wish I could have them plan a wedding, set it up, and then invite people, and then leave, and then come to her house and have her go to their wedding. I don't think that would work with even with the holiday system. You know what I mean? Like, if I would set up added an event, for them, say, whatever. Added an event, had like a wedding, blah, blah, blah. And then I left and I was in a different house. I wonder though. Let's just have a dance party. You could invite all your friends. I wonder then, if you were not controlling the house, would the party still happen? Does anybody know? By the time you tell me, it'll probably be too late. But, because that would be interesting to know. If it doesn't happen, then I guess we'll find out. But it'd be interesting if that still happened, if I could go into their house, set them up as a wedding, when he's like hiding behind he looks like he's standing there naked, and it's like, set up a wedding for Phoenix and Ronan so that we could at least control Minerva when she goes there, as opposed to like just being a spectator and we're controlling them. But we'll do whatever we have to do. But it would be interesting to see if that happens. Set up a wedding for them, her go to it, because like they'll invite you to birthday parties. Like Sims be like, hey, you want to come to my birthday party? Randomly, it doesn't happen a lot, but it'd be interesting if they would call you and invite you to their. I understand the game's not going to do that, but I feel like if we set up in a played household a wedding event, invited our friends for like 2 days, and then they come back here, that my sim should be like, oh, you have a wedding to go to, and I should be able to control them going to this person's wedding, as opposed to I have to be in that house. I feel like that would be a lot of extra coding that they probably did not do because we don't think of these things. But oh God, don't talk to him while you're doing your homework or we're going to glitch out. That still exists after 15 years. It's been 84 years and you still can't talk to teenagers or children doing homework. Anyway. But yeah, anyway, so they'll get married, and then I'm thinking it'd be kind of interesting for Minerva to get a little drunk at the wedding, have a fling with Legend, and it would kind of be at that point, that he's poor guy. Thinking like, oh good, like she's overrode it, and yay, we can start a relationship, and she's gonna be like, dude, no, like he's gonna be totally like, oh thank God, And she's gonna be like, oh no, blah blah blah, and probably like bitching about the fact that like Ronan and Phoenix got married, and not like, oh my god, I can't believe they got married, but like it would be clear her feelings about this whole thing, which would be why Legend just is like, and I give up. And they'd go off to college, and they would kind of lose touch because he's the one that keeps in touch with her. You know, she's already got this abandonment issue with her family dying, and yet at the same time, she doesn't try to keep touch with her friends. She relies on them to keep touch with her, which is just really a weird psychological thing, but like it is what it is, you know. So Legend was always the one that would invite her places and do things and like whatever. And now that Phoenix and Ronan are married and together, they spend more time with each other, less with Minerva, and then that's kind of why she kind of spirals into this like, okay, she gets more into like the researching the vampire thing and being totally intrigued with this and like doing her own like whatever stuff she has to do. I forget, she just has to have a house with a library, a dedicated library, um knowledge aspiration. I don't think she has to actually have a specific job, so we can get her whatever job we want to get her. Um and then we could get her a scientist job, but I don't want to like go to work with her like ever. You know what I mean? Like I just don't. I mean, maybe once in a while we'll go, but she can do that or the astronaut job or whatever. Um, and I haven't decided though. And then of course, yes, you know, then she'll run into Legend, who will be like a vampire and in this vampire troupe or whatever, and she'll like stumble onto like the vampire web at some point, find out about them um years down the road after college when she's set in her career and whatnot, and run and then find Legend again. And I haven't decided if I think for the story part, like obviously she's gonna have Legend's child. I feel almost, I'm not sure. There's good and bad points to both of the ideas of like if she got pregnant at the wedding and then like Legend disappeared and she tried contacting him like when she found out she was pregnant, but he didn't bother like even responding. Like she doesn't obviously text him or tell him like, hey, I'm pregnant. She like calls him like blah 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 like whatever, and it's months later and he's like, he doesn't even answer. He doesn't call her back, nothing. He's like, nope, I've got to be done with this. Like for my own sanity, I have to let it go. Um but he never can let it go. Like he's always, but then like another couple of months would go by and he's like, maybe I should contact her, and she hasn't contacted me again, and it's obviously not that important, and blah blah blah, and like she just gave up because she's got abandonment issues, and she texted him or called him and left a message, and he never calls her back. Like whatever, we'll work that out. He has no idea, and then he goes and joins this like vampire group because he's still always going to be in love with her. Like that's his whole motivation for doing this is like, you know what I mean? Like maybe it's a way to get back together with her. Maybe that's what he needs to do in order to finally make her acknowledge that he exists and to love him. I feel so bad for Legend. It's not even, the story's not even about him, and I'm like, oh my god, his poor tragic life. Like I don't even know. His sad anime boy life, and he's not even an anime character. But like I just feel so bad for him. Anyway, um and then like obviously when she finds out that Legend is this vampire, blah blah blah. She tells him about their child, whatever, and then does that like, and then he kind of like, she's never gonna get married, but he can come in and live with her. So it could be like later in the child's life, like he could come in and stay with the kid or whatever. It would act. I'm not gonna kill her, but it'd be kind of funny if she just tragically died at some point because you'd be like, oh look, now Legend has to take care of their child. Woo, be interesting. But I'm not gonna purposely kill her. But I'm just saying, game, if she just accidentally died or something, that'd be okay. I'm not gonna try to kill her. But so it's either that or, you know, blah blah blah. She's in her young adult life. She's stalking these vampires, and then she finds out, or maybe she doesn't. Maybe she doesn't know. Maybe she has a suspicion, but like she's more intrigued about these vampires and she has no idea that this vampire she's chasing after, blah, 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 that's interested in her or whatever is actually Legend. Like, obviously, for the Sims game, she's going to know it's Legend because, you know, whatever, but he being his vampire disguise, we'll have to give him a little makeover. It'll be kind of interesting. No. Oh, that's, like, supposed to look like the air pump? I was like, is there a flower? Oh, it's a water spout. I was like, is there flowers sticking through here? And then she gets pregnant? Like... But maybe, or even maybe she does know it's Legend, and he's just like acting, he's playing the part of this elusive master no, he's not a master vampire, but you know what I mean? Like, she's totally interested, and he's like, whatever, and he's playing this aloof, like, he doesn't give a shit type of a thing. Like, totally 100% playing the stereotypical vampire. Just so she'll... you know, kind of want to be with him. He's playing hard to get. He's letting her chase him. And then she gets pregnant or whatever. And then, you know, and maybe it's at that point that he's like, we'll have an argument and they fight. And she storms up and he finds out that she's pregnant. And that's why she's angry, because she was trying to tell him. And he's like, acting like he doesn't give a shit. And he's like, but I do. I've always loved you. And it's like, whatever. And she's like, but now I'm not interested in you. Like, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work out, like, from there on. But it's either she gets pregnant and he goes away and then he finds out later in life and then who knows what their story happens from there. Or she goes on with her life, blah, blah, blah. They meet later in life and she gets pregnant then, and then we go from there. So it's either, like, she either gets pregnant at the beginning of the middle of the story. So let's just consider this the beginning of the story, right? The beginning of her young adult life. She either gets pregnant at the beginning and then meets him, say, midway through, and then we go from there when he finds out about his kid, or she gets pregnant midway through and then we figure out the story from there, like when she finds him again as a vampire. You know what I'm saying? So, sure, of course I do. I absolutely do, even though I'm fucking exhausted. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Oh, did Ronan already pre-propose to Phoenix? Did I do that? I feel like I did. I'm gonna just cheat your needs up a little bit, just because... I want to see something. God damn it. I'm trying to, like, hover over him. We don't know. Like... More choices, friendly. Oh my god, she went directly to hug Legend. She, like, went directly to hug him. Oh. Oh my god, she skipped over. Ronan invited her over and she went right for it. Oh.
Finuza.
Don't do push-ups. I need to find out. Well, that's because she's got a romantic relationship with him, but... More choices, friendly. I want to ask if single because I don't remember. I know that they're together. I know I cheated that in, but...
She
just, like, showed up at his house in his bathing suit. I'm seeing someone. Okay, so... Ask about day.
Shusha. Yumful.
He's like, I'm seeing someone, but you're not going to tell me who?
Yep, sleeping Cardo. Okay, sorta.
I think it's funny that...
Dabishi Slekam? Ken Kuya.
Like, she's, like, trying to, like...
Exenoizon.
She's so much better friends with Legend than she is with Ronan, and she's in love with him. That's so funny. I love you. You're so precious. You're, like, one of my favorites. I can't see your little, like... I thought you had little freckles, but you can't see them. He's like, hi, I'm adorable. You are. He's got... I know he's got, like, moles and freckles and stuff. It's hard to see in the game. Change outfit. Is that your... We should give you another everyday outfit, but I think it was just really fucking hard to get her style down. Like, I couldn't find anything that worked for her. I was like, oh my god. Like, this just happened, and then I was like, it's so hard to, like, find anything else. But anyway. That's Orange Bailey, but look at him. He's like a fucking muscle back. Like, he is like all muscle. It's scary.
Huh?
This poor girl is so skinny. Like, what did I do to her? She's like an upside down triangle. Whisper about crush. You're trying to tell her, because your friends haven't, like, I mean, you should know that your friends are dating. Like, yeah, I am in love with someone, blah, blah, blah. But, like, I don't know. Like, I think he's seeing someone, and
Are we back?
they know. She knows, though, don't they? She has to know.
Apologaba?
Like,
Zobi's about?
friendly,
Apologaba.
ask if single.
Jiller
Maybe she'll tell you.
Verkutuni.
I feel like
Zimzeko
they had
Haven.
the discussion.
Hakyoin Limla?
Hmm.
Kibaya?
Doba.
Parsagap
Zobi.
Baradai?
She's like,
Wampa Boy?
wow, it's not even telling you who.
Khalifa Fipid.
That's
Oh,
really
sure,
weird. It should tell you
Havery.
they're in a relationship with someone, but like,
Anatabo. No pai. Quasno.
but I feel like, okay, so I don't know if while playing, I thought they did, because I thought she's also like woohooed with Legend before. I thought she did at her house. You know what I mean? But I can't remember now. But like, she's kind of like, so yeah, that's going good, huh? I really wish these two. Why is he fucking crying?
Canathoy Narble. Milshaba. Kurgadan Yadavel.
Honestly, I feel like there's a possibility that like Ronan had a thing for Minerva too. But she, even though she kind of had a thing for him, she's very difficult. You know what I mean? Like, it's not even that. It's just she has those abandonment kind of issues, like that fear. And then, even though she had a thing for Ronan, she kind of just wouldn't let herself admit it. And-
Saquinario.
Ibata wig. Ah.
Phoenix,
Oh,
I think, I don't think she like swooped in and stole him away, because I don't think Minerva ever said anything. Like, she probably would never have done that, you know? But things just happen between them, and it's one of those, like, so when she ever,
Exave.
if she were to ever confess to him and be like, oh my god, but I loved you since we were kids, and like, you married her, and like, whatever, it would really be you weren't around, and I liked you, but you were always standoffish, acted like you didn't care, and Phoenix was there for me, and like, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, you drove him into her arms. He's like, and meanwhile, freaking Legend is over there, like, worships the ground you walk on, and like, such a Hufflepuff, Legend, such a fucking Hufflepuff. Legend's such a Hufflepuff. He's like, everybody just walks all over me.
Oh, Christian.
I love you, Minerva, but I'm in love with Ronan. I'll wait for you. Nah.
Yes.
I'm gonna become a vampire and give up my humanity for you. I mean, yeah, I mean, that's cool and
To
all, but
know
like, I
that.
like vampires that aren't you, Legend. What the hell? Poor fucking Legend. Oh, I love him so much more than like, it's so funny sometimes. Like, I love my family as I play games. And like, I love Minerva, I do. Like, she's a great fucking sim, because she's just like kooky. And she's the perfect, you know, like, because every once in a while I have sims that I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever, I'm fine. Like, I love my families, don't get me wrong. Some sims are assholes, but most of them, even while yelling at them and telling them that I hate them and I want to murder them, you know, I actually love my sims for the most part. But there are certain sims like Minerva, she's one of my favorites that I've ever had. Like, there's some that just get up there, you know? But it's so funny because even while playing a house like this, where I'm like, I love Minerva, I still really love Legend. There's always houses like this where I'm like, look, I love you, but I love your spouse a little more.
Rosanoi, Valpim.
I don't know what it is.
Jimmy Baye.
Oh my god, she's crying over here. Are you
Well, I
crying
enjoy
because your
Cause
boyfriend's
if
feeling
you-
flirty with me? Because I would be crying too if I were you.
Juke.
See, he's feeling
Bluffy.
flirty.
Grenea.
He's feeling flirty.
Exenoisance. What's
Because
that?
he digs us, but she's too stupid to freaking realize
Buena.
that. Like, it's too late anyway.
Consolidada.
He's pretty much married
Marty
to fucking
Venero.
Phoenix at this rate.
Zerpa.
Oh,
Befete Shamagra.
I feel like that was like that was the best. He's over there, like showing Phoenix, look at this text I'm gonna send Minerva. Like she's in the other, but like it's funny, right?
Oh,
And then like Minerva just gets the text and she's like, yeah, whatever. I'm talking to Ronan. Like, that was like the best. Oh my god, that was cute. I know it was totally random, but that's exactly what it looked like. He was like, so I'm gonna send her this. This is good, right? And Phoenix's like, oh my god, that's so cute, legend. And meanwhile, she's in the fucking kitchen instead of going in like, hey, let me show you the phone. He's like, I don't want to interrupt her. She's talking to Ronan. I'm gonna be too nice. Too nice. I'm a Hufflepuff. And I'm gonna like send her a text and like it's like his subtle, it's his really nice guy way of being like, touch my fucking woman. Even though like, if Ronan were like, I'm gonna have them both, Legend would be like, okay.
Yimsy.
You poor thing.
Frinka, Brove Unsa, Yadraz Vumpa,
Oh.
Friends Debate.
And he's just standing back there like, oh, you're talking to the woman I love. Why is his chest so like thick? Like, look at him. He's got like such a wide chest and like, are you just are you puffing your chest out or what, boy? Like, what's going on? Where are you going?
Figuna.
She's like, oh, okay, sure, thanks, hug. Great. Is everyone going? Did they all go to bed? Oh no, they're coming back downstairs. Oh my god, what were you doing? Oh, he's up there playing games. They got enough places to sleep in here. Those two probably sleep together. He's like, go sleep in this pink kid's room. It's okay. She's like, anyway. Oh, good. Now that Legend's asleep. Gonna eat some cereal at your house. Mind if I steal your Fruit Loops? I'm sorry, your Fruity-O's, because Fruit Loops is probably copyrighted and we can't say that. Your Sim-O's. Your Fruity Sim Loops. I like Fruit Loops. Fruit Hoops. Whoa, are they making out back there? I think they were. I just missed it. Something was in my way. Is she going to bed now too? Oh, and he's going for a jog. All right, I guess we should probably go home because she looks like she's going to bed. She's like, I'm going to give you a hug, dad guy. Thanks for adopting all of us. Oh, there's a Brittany. I make fun of her name. I know it's Brittany, but still she pisses me off just because her name. Okay, we're going to go home. We're going to go home because it's like everyone's like, Ronan invited you over and he's gone and it's really, you also didn't even put your bowl in the sink. That was really fucking rude. Really frickin' rude. Where the hell is my bird? Wait, bird. Oh, hi! What you doing? Like, I can't see him behind the couch. He was like sitting in the doorway to his cage, but it's like below the level of my couch. And I was like, he's quiet. He's not moving. I'm like, where is he? Now what are you doing? Why are you in your cage on the floor like you're being punted? You're the weirdest freaking bird ever. Okay, go to bed. Okay, she's gonna go to bed. Carry umbrella. Okay, but hey, look, there's more seeds. What's your deal? You're fine. You're just watching TV. Where's Loki? Loki needs affection. Loki needs affection. Oh, good. Are you going over here? Perfect. In my Katniss onesie. Aww. Let's pet Kitty. He's like, hey, Kitty. And then let's brush the kitty because he's furry, so. Alright. Anyway. Now, you're hungry, but do we have food in our fridge? Should we have you make something? Open. What do we have? 6 pancakes, 4 tacos. 1 mac and cheese and lots of ham. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to let you eat whatever you want. You're going to grab that mac and cheese. That's what I figured. But yeah, so. Oh. No, Legend. Rejection number 1. As much as I would love for her to go, are you up for grabbing a drink? You're teenagers! Probably like 17 or 18 at this point. We'll just pretend. But it's like, God damn it, Legend. He's like, in a heart to heart, I could use a dog. She's like, oh, look, I just got back from hanging out with you guys. I'm exhausted. I'm going to bed. Because he has probably knows that, like, oh, every time she hangs around with Ronan and, like, whatever, even though they're, like, they don't, like, make out in front of us. They did in the background. I saw them. You know, but she also is freaking tired. And, like, if she wasn't sleeping, I might have sent her out, but because it's Legend, I can't resist him. She can. He calls her up, and she's like, I just want to sleep. And I'm like, get up, bitch, and power through. We need to go hang out with him. She does not like me. I am your god, and I'm trying to give you signs that he is your boyfriendo, and you should be in love with him. If it's Legend again. Fine. She's not tired anymore. She slept. I just freaking love that he called her. He's like, want to go grab a drink? Like, hang out, have a heart to heart. And she's like, I'm fucking sleeping. Like, she ignored him. And then all of a sudden he sends her, hey, how about going to the park? And she's like, all right, fine. What do you want? Like, you let her twice. In like an hour span of time. Oh, Legend. You're such a needy little Hufflepuff.
Good luck. Storm a flame.
She's like,
Honey-oza,
let's compliment his outfit. Let's banter with our BFFF. Suave kiss, monkey around.
Jaffa.
Ask to just
Oh,
be
yes.
friends.
Yabba.
Oh, Gladizoy.
What do we do? Hang out at the park.
Oh. Uh-huh.
Play as a monster. Search for some
Yes.
collectibles. Okay. Why don't we sit together? Let's just go sit together in the park. Come sit with me, Legend. Sit with me and stare at the lovely, lovely scenery.
Franz Bishop. Obero.
Uxaloy, Sarah, Crezo Tharba,
And Fabi
Let's go stargaze.
Hakyoin Limla,
You know, I feel like with him, he'd have been like, you know what? I just felt like you needed... We're hanging out at the park, but it's not... Like, nothing is... Oh my god, it's because it's snowing? Oh, look! She's like, ooh, it's snowing! How exciting! And I don't know where the hell Legend went. Oh, he's getting food. Okay, we're hanging out at the park, but this isn't counting for anything. Anyway...
Revuda.
Are you leaving? Where are you going? Can't believe there's nobody here at 2 o'clock in the morning at the park. And we can just get into this banquet hall. Is he going to bed? I was going to say, there shouldn't be a bed in here, because if there is, this is like a really bad place that teenagers can just come and bang each other. Like, I mean, we could do it in the observatory. He's lighting all the fireplaces. She's cold due to the temperature. Well, I can't help you.
Meshka.
This is not... They're hanging out at the park, but...
Huh?
I'm not getting any points for this. He's going outside. Let's go... I don't think there are any freaking collectibles. What's this? Can we... have a snowball fight with Legend? I don't know if this counts. I guess not. Did he leave? I think he might have left. Oh no, okay, he's right here. I was like, where did he go? How cute. And now she's angry. There we go. Sneak out in the snow. Now, she's angry, she's uncomfortable, and she's happy. Jeez. Are we still having a snowball fight, or are we just standing there staring at each other? Okay. Get him! Get him, Minerva! Knock his ass out! Anyway. But yeah, so I don't know. We're gonna have to make a decision in the next couple of parts about the timing for the baby. She grows up tomorrow, and then they'll probably have their, like, well, it'd be so cute to do their wedding here, but that's, like, too far away. Yeah, so I kind of wanted to do it right after everybody ages up, so I'll have to go in, blah, 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 age them up. Hope we can... Actually, though, if I'm in their household, worst case scenario, if I'm in their household and I plan a wedding, I can control Legend and still have him try for baby with Minerva and, like, accidentally, you know, get her pregnant, if that's what we decide to do. I obviously am not doing that in the next part because by the time you guys see this, I'll have already recorded the next part. But yeah, so we'll do it maybe the part after that. So hopefully, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to decide. I have to figure out what feels the best, I guess. To me, like, in the sense of the story, like, I could see there's pros and cons to both. Like, doing it now, there's pros because she wouldn't tell him blah, blah, blah. He'd be all standoffish. She would find out he was, like,
Miss Stevie?
this vampire, be like, oh my god, but you have a child, and then what, he's gonna leave his vampire life for her? Like, I don't know how that's gonna go, like, what we would do at that point, but, you know what I mean? But then again, her waiting and doing stuff, it's like,
Yalib?
there are benefits to that too? I think there's more benefit to this whole, like, her getting pregnant before he disappears from her life, because then she would have tried to tell him, but he gave up. Like, he was like, no, I can't do it. I'm always there for him. I'm always calling. I'm always inviting her out.
Miss
All this
Stevie?
stuff, and she's always ignoring me.
Sleffinoosh.
I'll send her home. And then when she finds out that he's in the vampire, like, she would try to talk to him, and he would be standoffish, and she would just... Because it'd be hard for her to have a one-on-one conversation with him. You know what I mean? And, like, of course she would know him as his vampire self. Like, whatever. And then it would be like, wait, then she would realize it was Legend. And then... But he would still be standoffish, like, kind of blowing her off all the time. And there would be times where she would try to tell him, he would blow her off, and then she would get aggravated and be like, fine, I'm not going to tell him. And then, like... Or she'd be like, I don't know. The only benefit to her to waiting until he's already a vampire is that our child could be a vampire. Kind of interesting. Whereas now our child would definitely be a human child. And I don't play with vampires all that often, so it might be interesting to have a half human, half vampire child. So maybe we should wait? I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna have you actually go to bed. Sleep. But yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna wrap this part up here. I will think about it. Oh, look. Oh. Oh, were you thinking about the fact that your husband died? No, he's like, hello, I'm single and I have a kid, and I don't understand how this works. My life is just magically here one day. I know, it's because you've blocked out everything else that happened to you. Shh. You've blocked it out. Anyway, so yeah, I'll have to think about it. What would be better? It might be interesting to have a vampire child, so, like, yeah. I mean, or we could always do it. We could do an in-betweenies where, like, they have their fling at the wedding. He leaves. She finds him again when he's, like, in this troop. Maybe she doesn't know it's Legend right away. You know what I mean? Like, somewhere deep down inside, she thinks he reminds her of Legend, like in his vampire self. They have a fling. He disappears again because they travel around with this vampire show that they do, whatever it is. I don't know. And then like she's already had the kid and whatever when she can find him again. Like, I think I kind of like that. That's a good in between. So like, he disappears as Legend. He comes back as a vampire, like the vampire version. She meets him, blah, 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 and maybe she's kind of like, oh, intrigued by the whole thing, and then realizes, oh my God, it is, like, she's suspected, but she's not sure, and then, you know, they have their little thing, but then she knows it's, like, she figures out it's Legend, but he's like, look, I can't, this is my life now, and, like, whatever, and leaves her, because he makes that choice. I could stay here with her, because she seems like she's actually interested in me now, but that's not going to change anything. Like, he knows in his mind, like, I've tried this so many times, and he's gotten set in his vampire life. And who knows? Maybe he's got, like, a little vampire girlfriend or something, or, like, or being a vampire, but maybe he gets laid left and right, and he's like, you know what? This is the life I have now, and you had the chance, and now he's changed, and, like, somewhat. So he leaves with his troop, his crew, his coven, whatever. You know, they leave. And it's impossible to get in touch with them because it's not like, hey, what's up? Call you on the cell phone. So we're just going to have to ignore that the game is always going to have him calling her and whatnot. But, and then she finds out she's pregnant after he leaves, and then he'll come back into her life, and then we can do that, whatever. So instead of she gets pregnant at the very beginning of her young adult life, we'll have it mid-beginning, and then we'll have him come back a little bit. So,
Subao.
you know, so like, here's the beginning of your young adult life. Let's just pretend this is the end of your young adult life, and you're going to become an adult. I know it's not really, but instead of her getting pregnant here or here, we'll do it, you know. Okay, well, I needed more dates for this. So, like, instead of doing here, or here's the middle, here's the end, we'll do it closer to the beginning, but not quite. You know what I mean? Not right at the beginning, the middle of the beginning. There's the beginning, the middle, and the end. And we were going to do either the beginning or the middle, but we're going to do them in between the beginning and the middle. So the middle. Like the brunch version. It's like, I can't decide if I want to do breakfast or lunch, so let's do brunch, and then we can have both. That's what we'll do. Because then our child will be a vampire, but he can also leave and not know about his child, and we get all that kind of drama. So we get a little bit of both. It'll be good. Plus, then we won't have to worry about, because honestly, if you think about it, if she doesn't get pregnant until the midpoint of her young adult life, right, when he comes back, it's like we're just watching her go through the motions. It's going to be, but like, at least, well, that's fucked up. The cat's over there. But otherwise, then we get a little bit of time with her by herself, blah, blah, blah. And then he comes into her life. She has the baby. He leaves. She's raising this child. Then he comes back. And it's like, it kind of breaks up the monotony of, well, we're just staring at her going through the motions of her life. Stop it! What are you doing? The cat's over there! Stop! Freaking weirdo. Anyway, so, yeah. And then we can have a vampire kid, possibly. I mean, it'll be halfsies, but we'll see what happens, so. And that might be interesting, because I don't usually have vampires. I haven't played with vampires in forever. I do have a game where my sim is a vampire, but that's like an offline challenge, and every once in a while we do like a current household, but I haven't played that in so long, so. And like, I had a vampire challenge that was going, but we kind of just fell off on that. We've kind of just stuck with the things that we have, so eventually maybe that'll come back. I don't know. It's discontinued for now, but anyway, yeah. So that'll be good. Way to get that in there, so. Anyway, yeah, I'll see you guys next time, because it's way over. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up, and subscribe to see more.